Hey, boys, we're not playing Vanguard. It's kind of ass cheeks right now. So, since Vanguard's in shambles, Activision's, yeah, I decided I need to do a video that should have been done a long time ago because I realized that my very first video I ever made talking about my Red Bull induced heart attack has like 1.2 thousand views. And in that video, I never give any resolution as to what the fuck happened afterwards. I literally just tell the story of me having like, the mini cardiac arrest, and that's it. There's no answers like what happened to me. Did I fucking am I like a gimp now? Like what's going on? So I decided I probably need to explain what happened afterwards. So that's what I'm gonna do in this video. But hey, if you're an OG, you know what video I'm talking about. If you don't, go back to my very first video, watch it. It's very poorly made. That was my first video ever. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But go watch it and you'll be caught up. Basically, the TLDR is I drank 9 8.4 ounce Red Bulls and suffered some slight cardiac arrest and went unconscious for a few seconds. Very, very momentarily, but it did. It gave me that $5 fuck me up, if you know what I'm talking about. But so, picking up where that story ended, that night I was completely fine. After whatever happened to me, I was completely fine. Really noticed nothing that was, not on the up and up. I was chilling, right? I didn't really notice things until the beginning of my 7th grade year in middle school. This happened I think the last week of my 6th grade year. It was like a party to celebrate the end of the year. So that summer goes by, don't notice nothing amiss. I don't even tell my mom. I don't tell nobody, right? And then beginning in my 7th grade year, I noticed that during certain periods of the day, my chest would get really tight and it would hurt, but it wouldn't hurt like really bad or anything. I just noticed that there was like a lot of pressure on my chest. And I went through 7th grade year, went through the football season, Christmas break, and around, I don't know, March of my 7th grade year, the chest pains and chest tightness has continually gotten worse, right? But it's really nothing like that would stop me from living like my day-to-day activities. Like, it's not affecting me to the point where like I can't just go on fucking live and all that. It's a minor inconvenience at this point. So all of 7th grade year, I'm having these continually worse like chest pains and chest pressure bouts. And like I literally think nothing of the Red Bull. I really don't know what to make of it. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I just growing? Like, is my rib cage growing? And that's why my chest hurts? Like, that's probably it, right? So 8th grade year starts, right? So we're skipping forward 2 years from when the actual like a really event happened. Well, I guess 1.5 years because it's the beginning of 8th grade year. That happened at the end of 6th grade year. So like a year and a half later, we're starting school, and I notice these chest pains are getting pretty bad, right? They're getting to the point where like when I get up in the morning and it happens, I'm like having to like hold my chest, and I have to like stop everything I'm doing for a couple minutes for it to go away. And at that point I'm like, maybe I should tell someone. Like, I feel like my fucking rib cage is growing at an exponential rate. Like, I'm gonna be big as fuck, you know what I mean? That's really what I thought at the time. I really thought it was growing pains. And I make it through football season. I didn't want to say anything because, at one point in time, I did actually play sports, and I wanted to make it all the way through the season, right? A little side note, dude, 7th grade, I was a fucking jet, brother. They had me hitting against the older kids. And then 8th grade came along, and I grew 6 inches, and I didn't really know how to walk anymore because I was 6 inches taller. I was goofy as fuck. Anyways, so we make it through football season in my 8th grade year. At this time, it's around like December, January-ish, start of the new year, my 8th grade year. And I finally asked a question to my mom. I was like, hey, Mom. She goes, yes. I was like, does your chest have growing pains? She's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, when your heart grows, does it have growing pains? Because that's legitimately what I thought in my mind. I thought my heart was growing, and that's why it was clutching up and getting tight and beating real fast all the time. And that's another symptom I haven't mentioned yet. My heart would absolutely go full retard, right? Oh, man, wait, it's 2021. I shouldn't use that word. It would go full Riri, right? Oh, fuck, now the alphabet people are going to be angry. But, yeah, it would go just stupid. It would just go dumb. I'd be sitting in class, and my heart rate would shoot up to 130, 140. Like, I could feel it beating out of my chest, And then 10 seconds later, go back down to normal. Like, I really didn't know what was going on. It was kind of scary there towards the end with how often it was happening. So I asked my Mom, is your heart supposed to have growing pains? She goes, no, son, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think so. Like, is it bothering you? I'm like, yeah, well, for the past year, my fucking chest feels like it's about to collapse. Is that normal? Is my rib cage growing? She's like, no, son, we're making you a doctor's appointment. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Because me personally, I don't like the doctors, right? I'm not a big fan of them, right? It's not that the fact that I don't like that I'm against like medicine or anything like that. I'm scared of going because I'm scared of finding out what's wrong with me. I'm scared of going to the doctor and finding out something horribly wrong with me. You know what I mean? Same way, well, and I'm scared of the dentist too, but that's because their drills have really high pitches. But anyways, she sets me up a doctor's appointment. I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. So we go to like my local like pediatrician, not like an actual hospital, but just like a little health clinic. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I go to my regular doctor, say what's up to him, and the nurse came in. Doctor left. He's going to get some charts. Nurse came in, and she's like, so what's going on today, guys? And my mom goes, well, he's having some chest problems. He says like his heart's bothering him. I don't know. And she asked me to explain. I tell the nurse, yo, my heart is beating like almost out of rhythm. It's going crazy. It's beating fast when it shouldn't be. I feel like I have this pressure on my chest sometimes when I wake up, and it hurts, and I have to like stop what I'm doing and wait for it to go away. And she goes, okay, well, let's get like an EKG on you. An EKG is like a heart monitor, basically. So let's get one of those on you, and we'll take a look at it. Doctor comes back in. He has a little EKG, and he like puts like the little, they look like little like suction cups almost on my chest. I have to like take my shirt off, and he like puts these little sticky like suction cup thingies all over my chest. And as we were sitting in the doctor's office, I don't know if it was because I was nervous or if my heart was acting up again, but I was sitting there in the chair. I'm not doing anything, and my heartbeat is well over 100. It's like in the 120, 130 range. And he goes, wow, your heart's really working, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it fucking is. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. I need to get its shit straight. It's okay, well, your heart's beating real fast. It really shouldn't be in this situation, and I don't think it's because you're nervous. Even if you were nervous, your heart should not be beating this fast and this inconsistent, because it would go, 130, 100, 90, 120. And then after about 3 minutes of him looking at the monitor, it just stopped. It went right back down to 70 and just chilled there like a normal person's would. It's like, okay, this might be early signs, and he said some like medical word. I forget what it's called, but I know my actual condition, which I will tell you guys at the end. But he goes, okay, we're gonna hook you up with the heart monitor, and you're gonna have to wear it for a couple months. I was like, oh my god. I was like, please, for the love of God, be like a Fitbit or something. Fitbit? That was a hood dream. They come back in there with my quote unquote heart monitor. It looks like a damn brick. Like, that's the only way I can describe it to you guys. It's like a brick, and it's got like half the weight of one. And it straps to your chest along with all the suction cup things on your chest. And now I have to wear it under my shirt. And I have to take readings twice a day, every day, and then record them into a phone line and send it to a company somewhere, and they create this big like phone book looking thing of all my heartbeats from every day over the month. So it's kind of embarrassing. I had to start wearing this like a little bit after my like birthdays when they got me all set up with it. So now we're like February. There's only like 3 months of school left, thankfully, but I had to start wearing shirts that were too big, so like the brick wasn't so noticeable. And so I was going to school, and people were like all wigged out about it. I was like, I know, it freaking sucks. Like, this is stupid. And throughout this month, I remember going into PE class, and my coaches heard about it, and they were very serious about it, right? So, towards the end of the year, there's no sports, right? So we're all just in the gym running, and I can't even like run and have a conversation with my friends. I remember one time I tried to fucking hit into a jog, you know what I'm saying? Like kick it to high gear, get into a jog. No, third step. Coach said, I'm gonna stop you right there, brother. You gotta walk around this. You gotta walk around this joint, and we can't. You're not gonna die on our watch, okay? So like, I had to watch all my friends run around, talk, have conversations, and I had to walk on the outside of the court, so like I didn't get in their way. You know how embarrassing that shit is? So anyways, the month is up, and they get my like phone book of EKG records, and they bring me back in there, and they're like, hey, look, we're gonna send you to a specialist, because we don't really know what we're looking at here. This is kind of wild. I was, damn it. So like I have to go to a town, like a bigger town, like an hour and a half away. I hate car rides. I go there and this guy tells me, yeah, hey, I was looking at like your basically phone book of EKG records, and we're gonna need something more like advanced to get like a more like advanced reading on you. I was like, oh, fucking sick. Now it's Fitbit time. All right, this is like big time. We're in a big time office now. They're gonna bring out a Fitbit. No, they just brought out another fucking brick with a screen on it this time instead of a button. So now I'm wearing a fancier brick, but this time it's connected to a cell phone that I got to carry around. It's connected to a cell phone that was like hard, like coded just to do the heart rate monitor. And anytime I felt like my chest was hurting or my heart was acting up, I was supposed to hit a button and it would start recording. Then it would automatically send the report to their company. They would analyze it for me. So no more that, record it on the brick and then take it to a phone and do it that way. No, the phone was like on me, like I had the cell phone. So like that was pretty sick. It wasn't anything. It was like an HTC One, I think was the phone connected to. So for like the last 2 months of school, I got to carry around a phone in my pocket, and I felt, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of big dick energy to me. I was like, yeah, what's up? Y'all can't have y'all's phones. Yeah, and they were like, Kane, that's just your heart rate monitor. Like it's nothing to flex, right? But towards the end of the year, I found out how to like get it off the hardware monitor, and I could play Snake on it. Right? Probably not the best idea to be playing Snake on your fucking on a thing that's going to determine what's wrong with your heart, but I did it anyways. But they never said anything to me about it. So over that next month, over April, right? We're in April now, when I have the advanced heart rate monitor from the specialist. I send in probably about, I think it was 16 reports I sent in, 16 incidents of my heart acting up. And they bring us back in. It's like at the end of April, they bring us back in, and they were like, look, we think your heart's okay, but we cannot clear you to do like any like big physical activity yet. We're gonna need more readings, and after this, we're gonna send you to a valve specialist. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck, dude? You're already the heart specialist. Like now there's a valve specialist. He's like, yeah, they basically study how your different sides of your heart chambers work and if they're in like the right rhythm, because that's what we think is what's wrong with your heart. It's going out of rhythm. I was like, okay, so I have to wear this like advanced heart rate, which the advanced heart rate monitor, like the one that wasn't like the brick but had the screen on it with the connected cell phone, it was a little bit smaller, right? It wasn't too bad. So I got clowned on a couple times in school for it, he's got fucking Circuit City on his chest, but it really it wasn't as bad as the first one. Another thing too I remember happening towards the end of the 8th grade year. You guys remember those end of the year tests we used to have to take, the EOIs, right? The big state tests that all the teachers were stressing about. So, you're not allowed to have your cell phone, of course, but mine's a heart rate monitor. It has to stay on me. I remember sometimes it would like beep an alarm at me if my heart rate would be like going too high. And during that test, I was so stressed out. The heart rate monitor started going off and the prompter started freaking out on us. Who's got the cell phone? Who's cheating? Who's got the cell phone? Right. And everybody got real quiet. And he's all right, we're not continuing until somebody fesses up. And someone in the back goes, sir, that's Kanan's heart monitor. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay? I was like, I just need to take a breather, coach. Like, I'll be all right. So I make it all the way to the end of my 8th grade year. And near the end, I got to take it off because they got other reports they needed, right? So I got to take it off. I got to go to my little graduation thing. I didn't have to wear the brick. It was pretty nice. Like, the photos turned out good. And, They take like 2 weeks analyzing this data, and they set me up an appointment for like the middle of July, right? And at this point, I'm stressing because I planned on playing football in high school, and I couldn't start practicing with the team until I got medically cleared. And at that point, I was not medically cleared, so I was very stressed out about this doctor's appointment. And we go to the doctor's appointment. It's like it was like in the next building over from the last doctor I saw, right? So now I'm on my 3rd doctor in this whole adventure, and my chest pains they're kind of like mellowing out, I've noticed, but my heartbeat is what's affecting me the most. It's the thing that's gotten the worst, right? The chest pains have kind of gone away. The pressure in my chest have gone away at this point. It's the irregular heartbeat, I want to say. Like, I think that's the proper term for it. Where I'd just be sitting down and my heart rate would skyrocket. That's the thing that was really bothering me, and it was really screwing with me. So I go into the specialist's office, and it's just me. He tells my mom to like wait in the thing because like apparently it's a rule with specialists or something like that. I don't know. I went in there. I was old enough to go in there by myself. And he sets me down. He like points at all these charts and stuff like that, and he's like, okay. He's like, well, I don't think this is going to be anything that's going to affect your day-to-day life. He's like, but he's like, you do have a medical condition, and it's called inappropriate sinus tachycardia. You guys can Google that if you want to know what it means. Basically, your heart beats fast sometimes when it's not supposed to. But mine was doing it way too often. So I had to take, he was like, yeah, we're going to put you on this slight medication, and it's gonna tone that down a little bit. Well, that's how he explained it to me. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm only 14, 15 at the time. You know what I mean? But that's how he explained it to me. So I only had to take this medication for like a month and a half, 2 months, right? He's like, yeah, so that's what we're going to do. If the pain ever gets worse in life, come back to us, because that may mean that something has gone terribly wrong, but you're probably fine. As long as it never hurts, you're probably good. Your heart just beats fast when it's not supposed to now. And throughout this entire time, right, from drinking the Red Bull all the way up to getting diagnosed with inappropriate sinus tachycardia, I never told one person about me drinking the 9 Red Bulls. The only people that knew were the 3 people inside that room and some of my classmates. That's it. I didn't tell any of my doctors. I didn't tell my mom, because I was so scared that if I told someone, I would get in such big trouble. I was just like, yeah, dude, I don't know, doc. I don't know, dude. My genetics are fucked. I totally didn't drink 600 milligrams of Red Bull in an hour. I don't know, bro. I just have shit genetics. But yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Like, I'm fine now. It rarely even happens today. He said I'd probably grow out of it as like my body continued to develop, and that's what happened. So, you know, I got medically cleared. I went to 3 football practices, quit the team, and moved schools. And I do not blame Red Bull or any. I don't blame the company Red Bull for any of it. It was completely my own stupidity. It clearly says on the can, this is not intended for people under 18. You know, no hard feelings, Red Bull. I still drink it today. But yeah, and that's about it. I'm sure this video is long enough, so I'm about to head out. I'll catch you on the next one.